Morning all. Just left 80 Mile Beach in WA. A bit of rain overnight, not a lot, a few spots. Not enough to wash the crap off the car or anything, but anyway, still it's a bit of rain. So now we're heading back to Port Hedland, pick up some supplies. Would have been picking up our Nighthawk, but that's an ongoing saga with Telstra and now the Ombudsman. Go figure, a multi-million dollar telecommunications centre, and they don't answer their phones. Anyway, that'll get sorted, but it's causing us a fair bit of grief to try and get our videos up. So you've probably been inundated with a few, one after the other, if we got the damn thing back. We're not going to get it today. In fact, I don't know when we're going to get it. So that's all good. And then after we do just a quick stop into Port Hedland to pick up some supplies, we're going out to Marble Bar.
And grog.
And grog. Well, we're going somewhere. So we'll send you some videos of that, and then on to Marble Bar. Yeah, so it's same. We're just buying a bit of time because Karijini was booked solid for the school holidays. It just happens that when we got there it's school holidays time, so yeah, we just give ourselves a bit of time to kick back at 80 Mile, do a bit of fishing, caught a few fish, I was happy with that. And now we, as I say, we'll get down to Karijini now after the school holidays. We booked site, so we're all good to go. It's just yeah, we didn't think we'd be, from everyone was saying, most people in WA, don't ask me where they get it from, don't come this far north this time of year because it's too hot, but clearly some did, so Karijini was booked solid. Anyway, it's all good. We've worked out everything we need to do. After Karijini we'll head down back to the coast and then down the coast. Still got a long way to go before we get.
Excuse me. No,
we're not going down the coast.
Tom Price.
Oh yeah.
Mount Augusta.
Yeah, sorry. We're going to go probably Tom Price and Mount Augusta, then back to the coast.
Yes.
That's too far down the track for me to think about. So anyway, all good. We'll talk to you soon. Morning all, here we are at Marble Bar. Just wanted to take in this cop shop. Very impressive. Courthouse next door. Mining register and court register there. Licence and vehicle. And a museum down the end. It's amazing old buildings. That's trying to break in, of course. Yeah, pretty impressive. We're just going to go in the museum, have a quick look in the information centre. inside the museum, just the stuff that's here.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Okay, so I stand corrected, but I think this is the Marble Bar Pool. I'll go for a wander down there. I think that's where you see the marble down there on the pool. And Chinaman's Pool's back up behind us, which will stop on the way back. Indiana's out in her walking shoes. See sand, so you don't need any hiking boots on. Should probably go bare feet soon. Gina Reinhardt's got most of her mining deposits around Marble Bar, which I didn't realise, but the lovely lady who was 80 odd years plus in the visitor centre was telling us 180 people in Marble Bar. She's been there 18 years. Gina Reinhardt's got it. All the mining trucks we pass, they mine from there and then they dump it at another mine site halfway to Port Hedland. Because the two grades of ore, one's good, one's poor, they mix it together so they get a reasonable one and then they move it on. So yeah, but actually it's quite a pretty place in its own rough way. I'd hate to be here in summer, but anyway, we'll go down and have a look at this marble rock on the water. Some of the rocks. Put water on it. Makes it flow even more. We'll go up the other side and have a look. See all the colours through the rock. It's how the town got its name, obviously. Since me tour up through the bungles, we can tell you this is sedimentary rock. You see the layers in it. It's up now. You'll see quartz in there as well.
So what are you now, Sergeant Geologist?
Which is probably how they ended up with the gold. I think we're probably right for crocodiles up here, I don't know. Lots of little fish in the water. See it all on the rocks. Let's go around through the back there. Very good. Off on our Fortescue. Sorry about the wind if it's coming through. We're now at Flying Fox Lookout. This, I suppose it comes up, you can see the balls going across on that steel wire. The story behind that is it was put there to measure the depth of the river because they were considering damming it. According to the lady in the information centre, I'm not sure why they were going to do that, but that was what they put it across there for. Somehow they measured the depth of the water over the season or whatever, and it's been here ever since. So obviously there's very little water in there at the moment. Where we've just come from up at those pools, one of them was Chinaman's Pool. We're not sure exactly which one, probably the second one I think we got on the video. Yeah, so this area, when the Chinese aspect to it was that they were basically market gardeners. When the gold rush started through here, there was over 5,000 people in Marble Bar, 3 pubs or hotels, and they would come down and get the water, their water out of that Chinaman's Pool, which is how it's got its name. And obviously since then, you know, gold become harder to find. It's now iron ore that's dug out of the joint. You can still phosphor for jasper and stuff. We just come past the area where you're allowed to do that legally. Yeah, it's just the history. The town itself is, you know, just a small town in the middle of nowhere, but it's when you get in there and you realise the history of this place. She was telling me a story about one gentleman, I forget his name now, who found a massive vein of gold. Of course he went into the pub, got turped up and started talking about it. So they followed him back out to where he was, shot him dead, and took the vein of gold for themselves. So there's lots of history in town. There's a whole placard of it's been done by a historian of the area, of people who died. There's a hell lot of graves, a lot of babies, you know, 1 month old, 2 months old, and significant people that were just buried in the round. So they put so they're buried all over the place basically. So they've just put the wall of remembrance to those people in town itself. I'll grab a picture of that if we can. We just walked past on the way to the pub last night. But it's like everything, you know, you can look at this and say it's ugly, you can look at it and say it's beautiful and amazing. I say it's amazing, and then when you add the history to it, you think that these people were living out here in these conditions, mining, yeah, you take it on board that life would have been pretty tough. So yeah, although, you know, I suppose the young ones today, we're not allowed to talk about history, are we? But that's what unfortunately country's built on. Sorry about the wind again, it's a bit blowy up here, but I've had to forbid Indiana coming down here. She wanted to traverse across there. I just said, oh no, I don't think that's a good idea, but thankfully the gate's locked and she couldn't get up on that string, but she was going to traverse that, she said, but she didn't have her hiking boots on, so that might have slowed her down a bit, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's all good. At the Comet Mine, or the museum across the road from the Comet Mine, been inside. A lot of history. Can't really see from here, but that's the mine there, the old one. First swimming pool in the Gorge.
reason that smokestack is so tall, 35 metres up there, is that because of the valley they had to get the gases out that were not very nice, and that's why it's so high. It's a solenoid operation to get the rock out. So it's actually still owned by a mining company now that's investigating reopening it. So up there is the one of the entrances into the side of the cliff. They dug holes in, and then if you come further down over here, you can't really see it here, but from up back up there you could. So that's the mining operation there. There was all huts and things here for the single men that were mining. A lot of it's now been eaten away, but as I said, it's still gold. That's a tunnel through up there. They used to run tours through here, but they don't anymore. Obviously OH&S until it's opened up again. But they are now investigating the idea of opening up and taking gold back out of there with the different methods they now have. So yeah, interesting place. Lots and lots and lots and lots of history. Yeah, so it's well worth the stop. Okay, we're just taking a bit of a stroll into a place called Glen Herring Gorge. Bit of a goat track coming in, still a bit of a goat track here. For those interested, I've got the
Me too.
got the working boots on, or the walking boots.
Hiking.
So yeah, we come. It's not that far out of Marble Bar. We thought we'll come along as you do. And we'll go back into town after this.
Go to the pub, have a beer.
But yeah,
$14 a can.
you can camp here. Obviously, there's actually a few gorges that you can camp at.
Spinifex though.
And that's just found the Spinifex grass, which is not very nice on your legs.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're obviously not camping. I'll then get some rain. But we're just going to head in here and see what's like. I've got no idea. There's nothing really in the brochures that just come up on the map, so we figured we'd go for a walk and a drive and see what happens. It's getting a bit deeper into the gorge. Nice breeze blowing through here. It's not hot today at all. It's actually very pleasant. Comes Indiana. Also through. This is probably as far as we'll go. You see these spectacular red cliffs. Bit of water in the bottom here. There's round. And the thing about these trees there. This one in particular is probably one that's off the beat track a bit. Not too many people would come in here. It's a bit of a goat track getting in, and it's obviously a very great spot to swim with. There's plenty of water, but it's more of a track here. Let's bring it down. Wattles coming out. Oh, that cliff's matter. Pretty special, and then you got the view going out the other side of the gorge. I suppose if you want to, you could walk all your way down and around, walk up to this bit of water. So there she is. That's the other side of it. Gorge is probably more back this way. Very specky. Bar, 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:15. We're heading down to Karijini. We won't do it all in one day, it's a fair hike. So we're via Port Hedland, so we've got to go back through Port Hedland for the third time. That's okay, and then we're camping up. We're not sure, so we're on an overnight stop somewhere in between Port Hedland and Karijini. And then we'll be in the Karijini tomorrow. So we've got it between the bottom half and the top half of Karijini. We've got probably a week there. Seeing how things go. Tom Price and Mount Augustus, then back out to the coast. So we'll be inland a bit. Don't know how we're going to go for the internet or anything. We'll see. I don't think anything will beat Marble Bar for internet, just be somewhere in the middle of nowhere. But as when the videos come on, you know, it's a impressive place for history. It's not the scenery's interesting around there. A lot of drill holes for those interested in and around the area, because they're drilling for lithium. I assume that's Gina Reinhardt and others. So it'll be sad, because some of these drill holes are right next to the highway. So it'll be sad if I suppose they find it and they rip the ground apart, dig it out. But you know, that's what people want, so that's what'll happen. Anyway, other than that, the car's good. Jen and I are okay, we're travelling okay. We've got full tanks of water because we'll be off grid for a while, so the van's a bit heavier than normal. So far we've dodged the rain. It looks like it's come down up north more, but thankfully we're a little bit further south, so it's been pretty good. So we've only had a couple of tiny little spots really. It's looked like it's going to rain, but it never has. So if that holds off until we
get Mount Augustus and Tom Price and maybe Millstream in that area all done, then they're all gravel roads, that'll be nice. And yeah, we won't have to deal with the mud, just the dust. Anyway, that's it from us. We'll check in when we've found where we're staying, and we'll go from there. Cheers all.
Well, evening or afternoon. Here we are at Karijini, Dale's campground. Lots of red rock, go figure. Here we are, camped up, dinner's on.
Cheers.
Lots of chicken, sweets in the usual. 6 bottles of wine a night. Oh, I should say glasses, whoops. A bit close to the toilets for my liking, but hey, when you book online and there's bugger all left, talking to the people, they're really pissed that are managing it at the moment. People just booked it solid, and first week of school holidays they had 31, yes, 31 vacant sites, and yet the whole thing was booked solid. So people just, because it's so cheap, people just book it, and the off chance they may come and stuff it up for those that actually want to come. Anyway, we're here. We got there and we did a bit of just a quick look down and a couple of lookouts. Tomorrow we'll go down the gorge. I'll send you those pictures when we get some, well, you'll see those pictures I should say when we get some internet, because we're back to 0 internet again. That's all good. But here we are, camped up in the middle of nowhere at Karijini. So we're at Karijini at Fortescue Falls. Just having a look at those pools. We're going to do the walk around the rim and then come back and probably have a swim and lunch. So track around the rim, I'm not sure where it goes, but falls along there. Follows the background of where we were yesterday actually, so and then you walk along the thing. No, that's not where we were yesterday.
No, but that's the Fortescue Falls, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the first part of Karijini for us. We'll actually get involved. It's a nice day. There's people down there swimming. We'll see how we go. We'll go for a wander and kill the day here. We brought some lunch with us to have when we get back from the walks. About half hour of return, I think. So we'll see how we go. So this is our walking track. The other end was actually, you can see it going across over there. The other end, when we went down, we obviously got across a little bit of the gorge here. But it's clearly a long way down over the edge, and we'll come up along there back to the waterfall down there. So I'll let Indiana set the pace, and we'll see. We'll continue on our merry way.
Soldiers a girl.
Alright, so we've come out on some cliff face because Indiana said we could. It's clearly not supposed to be where we are, Flint. No, I shouldn't say that. Clearly not supposed to be out here, otherwise the track would come here. But Indiana said, no, let's go. Mind you, she's shitting herself if you look at her. Don't go over there. So, it's a freaking long way down. And one of the areas, the circular pool, which is up here further, we'll get to it eventually, is closed because of, guess what? These rocks come tumbling down that we're standing on. We're standing on something like that over there. Yeah.
Sarge, don't be a girl.
And for those interested, yep, I've got the appropriate footwear today. So we're following the ridge. The ridge goes back around this way over this ravine here, and then it comes down. Oh, okay, I'll turn it around. So the walk continues up over the ravine over here, and around up the top, follows the ridge all the way around to where we were yesterday, and then down there is where we're coming back along the creek. So you can just see the track through there. So it should be interesting. Yeah, so this is Dale's Gorge and Fortescue waterfalls at the end, where we'll have a dip later after we've done this. There she goes. This is why this is not a path. Oh, there she goes. We'll be airlifted out of here soon. In the end we'll chop her down and rescue her off the cliff face. So there's the ledge just over there where it comes down where we're standing. Here's a lady ship on the edge, taking pictures of water down there. Sweet. You see water in the gorge down there. So now we're at the bit where we've got to go down. It's probably easy to come up this little bit. The other end we've got stairs, but this goes down, takes us down to the bottom. I'll just show you on the map quickly. It's a look at where we were yesterday. So clearly here we are at Three Ways Lookout, and we've just done the green one. Now we're going to go down and do the yellow one. That'll bring us back to Fern Pool. So yeah, and Jeanette's off. So I'll just take her time going down here. There she goes. This is what I'll just do this bit and then I'll turn it off so I can use both my hands to go down. As we go down, there's rocky steps, but it's just slippery. So there's Jeanette, Indiana doing the stuff, and this is just what we've got to traverse going down. So it's just all the way down into there. I'll talk to you at the bottom. And down we go. So we've only gone that far so far. I suppose that's one less bruise if we go over the edge. Still a fair way to go down. But, and we continue down. And then I'll put some steps in to go down. We're nearly there. That's the bottom down there. So we're down. We can't go up to the circular falls because of rock falls or circular pool. They come crashing down. So now we're just going to mosey along through the gorge. So we're now down the bottom, and we'll follow the yellow line. So you can see the layers in the rocks. You can see where they've all fallen. They break off into nice little square chunks. You can see why they break off with cracks like that through them. This is a class 4 walk. It's really just up and over boulders, it's not too bad. It's a bit warm to walk. It's good as down in the gorge now, as you can see going up there. But
freaking hot.
Yeah, like everywhere over here it's hot.
Hello.
So we think this might be why it's classed as class 4. We've got a little bit of a rock ledge here with a nice splash if you go over the edge. Indiana's managed to come around. We traverse this little ledge. Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just hold on. Put your foot there and hold on to that bit there. That's it. Yep. And the struggle's on. Once you're over this bit, it's okay. You might want to just put your foot on the edge there, so you've got room for your other foot to come through, instead of being right on the thing.
Can't they just put handrails here?
No.
Okay. This little black duck thinks that we should be on the other side. So just coming back from doing a recce.
I think we're in the wrong spot.
Don't jump. Okay, so conclusion is
On the wrong side.
we're on the wrong side. So now we have to go frig all the way back. Up to Sargent, all the way back.
Well, it pays to look for the yellow little dots. There's clearly an arrow pointing this side of the river, not the side we're on.
We'll show you what we...
And have a look at this track. You're not traversing cliff faces or anything. Oh well. All part of fun, see? Yeah, little yellow dots.
Oh, Lordy.
I don't know if you can see it over there, but that we're on that other cliff over there, traversing around that.
But you should get a better photo up here on the left
Which is far different
than this.
to this lovely little walk. I was beginning,
there we go, over there.
beginning to think that the class 4, over through there, the trees there, if you can see we're clinging onto those rocks where the vines are through there. So that's the rock face over on the other side that we were traversing. Got around all the way along there, and we could have been walking on this lovely flat path. Oh, can't blame Indiana, she wasn't showing the way. So we got around to about here and we decided that it was just ridiculous. So we turned around and went back. We must be coming towards the end of it now. Just coming to the... I don't know if it's really swimming or...
Sorry?
Sure, I'm going in there. But all the way around. I think the way out's up that way.
You know what?
Little yellow marker there, so and there. So I'm assuming along the way we go along the edge of the water here. Little fish everywhere. Got a pretty little spot. A little bit easier than traversing the cliff face on the other side that we were doing. You gotta laugh. Starting to get a bit boggy. Turn off while we're going. Out through here. I think this is what's holding up the cliff face.
It's got a nice crack in it.
Lots of talk about not sitting under it, things like that. Yeah. It's Indiana coming round. Sort of see why it's class 4 now. Coming through. Yeah, well, you're going to meet someone coming the other way. There we are, Fern Pool I think this one, or Fortescue, I'm not sure. We're going to go back up there though, have lunch, we've got to come back down again. That's where we get up actually. There's something around here somewhere. That looks pretty inviting, we'll go for a swim there later. So, I've just gone A over T down there, on that rock slide down there where it's a bit green. Very slippery. Okay, so we're from the top, come on the bottom, probably hear the people and see the people in the pool. Just going back up to the car to have some lunch. Didn't quite work that out right, so we'll get back up there, at least the steps. Have some lunch and we come back down. I'm going to swim the Fern Pool. That first pool I showed before was Fortescue, not the Fern. Fern's much better.